than we saw against Nigeria. And Draymond Green's a guy that you know is going to play with great force.
So USA in blue, Australia in yellow. Our officials, Jose Carrion, Lauren Nemira, and Deldre Carr. Let's jump it up, y'all. Australians win the tap, going from left to right. And Kara, what are you going to be looking for out of Team USA to start this game off?
Defense, and I just talked about it, you know, impacting how Australia is trying to play with great physicality. And I thought they did that at times against Nigeria, but not enough. I mean, gave up way too many three-point shots. And so impacting the game on that end of the floor, I think, is a priority for the United States tonight.
Foul on Joe Ingles. And to your point, Kara, Nigeria 20 of 42 from downtown in that win.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they shot well. They throttled Argentina earlier today out here in Las Vegas. Mike Brown doing a terrific job with that Nigerian national team. But defensively, there's a lot of work to do for this United States team. Just some miscommunications and getting on the same page on that end of the floor.
They start the game with a stop, looking for a bucket here. Jeremy Grant has a size advantage on Dellavedova, but can't take advantage. Baines with it on the block. Leading Mills. Nice shot fake, gets it back and has an easy layup.
There's the pace you talk about. I mean, he's never done. And you cannot relax against Patty Mills, especially when he gives up the basketball.
Had a great career in the NBA, 12 years of experience at the association level for Patty Mills. Damian Lillard answering back for USA basketball. Baines has the mouse in the house on him. He's called for the travel.
Patty Mills moves without the basketball down at the other end, and Damian Lillard does one better. Excellent job for Draymond Green.
Lillard with 14 in the loss to Nigeria on Saturday. Beal surging to the hoop and a nice finish around Landale. Mills trying to get it back. USA looking to push tempo. KD, 4-3. Here's Ingles. They let him shoot it, and he makes it pay. Kara, that's not a guy you want to leave open.
No, you know, if you're going to go under the screens, or if you're going to switch those screens, you have to be aware of Ingles and get up, climb uphill, and try and challenge that shot a little bit better. Again, against Nigeria, not enough shots challenged beyond the arc. I thought challenged well by the United States.
Well, that was a better challenge, but same result for Joe Ingles. This is a guy who shot 45% from downtown on more than 6 attempts per game with the Utah Jazz this year. Beal probing. Here's Durant on the pull-up. Nicely done.
So what have we seen already? A bucket from Lillard, a bucket from Beal, a bucket from Durant. So maybe they're out of the little slump right there.
There you go. Again, they combined for 30% shooting, 9 of 30 amongst the three of them. Going inside for Baines. And kind of a tough pass. Left them not a whole lot of outlets there.
You know, Greg Popovich talked about this after the game. Just less isolation he wanted from the team and more of this. Just passing the ball around, getting it quick to other guys, knowing there's so many confident scorers on this team. Move that ball and try to get the best shot possible.
Beal running right into Baines. We play on. Baines clutching his knee. Hopefully he's okay. Lillard gonna rise. Had it knocked away by Dellavedova. Now Lillard hobbling, getting back. Ingles, 3 for 3 from 3. Aaron Baines still hobbling. We hope he's all right. Joe Ingles has the Australians out to an 11-7 lead. This is the play. Might have knocked knees with Bradley Beal there. A 4-point lead for Australia, off to a good start, and large thanks to Joe Ingles.
We give game day a whole new meaning.
USA was killed by the 3-ball against Nigeria, giving up 23s, and Joe Ingles making them pay again from distance already tonight.
Yeah, he's one of the best shooters in the NBA, and he's been aggressive here to start. And you see the United States a little too far off. Joe Ingles takes advantage and is able to knock it down. He got that first one to go and then got a little confidence. Tough step back here against Jeremy Grant. Was a nice contest, but once Joe Ingles gets going, very good at making challenge 3-point shots. And if Aaron Baines is out, and we'll get an update from him, but they're going to count on Joe Ingles continuing to score at a high rate. Patty Mills and Joe Ingles are the two most important offensive players for Australia's team in Tokyo.
Damian Lillard was also a little hobbled on that last possession, but thankfully he's on the floor, looking okay as Durant misses from distance. Dellavedova comes to the aid of Landale. They have the cross match down low. Landale, nice job of punching that out. Patty Mills. Good day, mate. If we were on the San Antonio Spurs broadcast, that's what they say after hitting that long range too. Lillard, sweet looking stroke right there. Good start for Damian Lillard with a couple of threes in this contest for USA. He has both made threes for USA. Australia 3 for 4. Dellavedova stepping back. Durant looking to push the pace. Draymond, great pass to a cutting Jeremy Green, who reverses it home.
Yeah, really good read by Draymond there on the cut. His man went to double, so he cuts into the seam, and then a great cut by Jeremy Grant on the baseline.
Landale answers back. Back to Jeremy, coming off a career-high season where he averaged 22 points per game for Detroit. Really had a good year, and hits again, this time from beyond the arc. Grant finished second in most improved player voting this past year. Joe Ingles finally missing.
So again, you know the attention that Kevin Durant draws, and Draymond Green, having had experience playing with KD in Golden State, understands that as well. Great timing on both his cut and Jeremy Grant's cut. And then the kick out to Grant from beyond the arc. I think he's going to end up being one of the more important players on this team because of his defensive versatility. You want to talk about Jeremy Grant. And then offensively, if he's able to do that, make threes, he's going to be a guy that people play off of or pull extra defenders towards Durant or Tatum or Booker potentially, and he's going to have to make some shots.
Career 35% three-point shooter in the NBA. Of course, the FIBA line is a little closer to the basket. Bam Adebayo in and banks it in nicely over Duop Reed. Adebayo scored the first 2 buckets of the game against Nigeria with a couple of dunks. 10-2 run here for USA. Patty Mills has Adebayo on him, and he lays it in. Dante Exum guarding Lillard, doesn't matter. Damian Lillard with another bucket. Adebayo guarding Mills again, this time blocked by the help side D of Kevin Durant. Jason Tatum in, driving baseline, Euro steps his way and misses it. Three from Lillard and Kara, he is feeling it here in the first quarter.
Dame with a terrific offensive display. And, you know, it's what we're used to seeing. We're used to seeing him make tough shots. Doing it in a Portland Trailblazers uniform, now doing it for USA Basketball. It's usually Dame time in the fourth quarter, but it's in the first tonight.
Kerry, you mentioned it. Dame time getting started a little early here in Vegas. Lillard with 11 points on 4 of 5 shooting already.
Yeah, I love how aggressive he's been. I mean, set the tone offensively from the beginning. You know, tough shots, but we're used to seeing him take and make tough shots. Those are easy shots for Dame because he practices them, and he's been known to do that in pressure situations. So great start for him, and really active and aggressive coming off that game where he struggled shooting the basketball against Nigeria.
And Lillard just 4 of 10 against Nigeria, already 4 of 5, so he's matched his make total already. The Australia basketball out of the timeout. Keldon Johnson and Zach Levine in for USA. Keldon Johnson, part of that select team that practices and scrimmages against the Olympic roster. Also played for Coach Pop with the San Antonio Spurs. Dante Exum, former top 5 pick, gives it off to Nick Kay, the long 2 all. Posting up Tatum now. Chris Goulding guarding him on the block. Goulding, big-time scorer in the NBL, throws it behind Duop Reed. Not on the same page there.
Oh, they tried to attack the switch a couple different times. The U.S. switching 1 through 5, and the guards have done a pretty solid job. It was Damian Lillard there for a couple times, just guarding Australia's big on that role, and Australia hasn't really gotten a lot out of it.
Johnson. Tatum there. 10 to shoot. They post up Adebayo. Bam. Finds the cutting Keldon Johnson. Beautiful basketball there.
Yeah, really good. You know, touch to the basket for the USA early have been good.
Goulding. Goes to Matisse Thybulle, who was fantastic against Argentina on Saturday. Great pass inside to Nick Kay. Plays in Spain, finishing with the left. Lillard driving dish. Good ball movement again. Keldon Johnson from downtown.
Already better flow offensively for the United States. I mean, night and day from the game against Nigeria.
Ball really moving here for USA. Goulding answers back. This guy attempts 9 threes per game in the NBL. Shows why there. Thybulle doing what he does best. Second team all defender in the NBA, gets fouled. But on the other end, Kara, good ball movement.
Lillard on a drive, and early Keldon Johnson sighting and an opportunity to play with this group, and he brings great length to that wing position and played really well this year in San Antonio for Greg Popovich, and obviously Darius Garland coming in as well, and so definitely a concerted effort to rotate guys here in this first quarter.
Darius Garland, Cleveland Cavaliers, and Goulding gets free, can't hit that one. Bam, the rebound. USA can get a 2 for 1 here. Tatum on the step back. Missing everything. But they will get the last crack at it. Kara, what have you made of what USA has done on the defensive end?
Some good, some still needs work, and you know it's a process. You know, you don't create that in a day or in a week. I mean, it takes time, and that's what I talked about at the top. You know, these are 2 critical weeks for them to continue to get better, to learn how to play with one another, to learn within the system, and to try and be sharp so that when they get to Tokyo, they're defending at a high level.
Johnson to beat the buzzer. Doesn't get it. Villanova head coach Jay Wright joining us. A great front bench staff that Greg Popovich has. He, alongside Steve Kerr, the Golden State Warriors, Lloyd Pierce, former Atlanta Hawks head coach. A very nice brain trust for USA basketball.
Absolutely. And this is a group that brings a lot to the table in terms of their different experiences coaching at collegiately and at the NBA level, and certainly Steve Kerr playing for Greg Popovich in San Antonio and then coaching against him now over the last few years.
Ingles, nice pass to the cutting Thibault. Ingles hounded by Levine, great on-ball defense, and Ingles gets a foul to stop the transition.
So that's exactly what Jay Wright talked about in an interview, right? Just getting out on the floor more, impacting the ball more, getting into Australia's ball handlers physically. And that's what Levine did on that play, is excellent one-on-one defense.
The second personal on Joe Ingles. They're going to take a look at this, see if this constitutes an unsportsmanlike foul. Part of the FIBA rules for unsportsmanlike to stop a potential fast break, any unnecessary contact caused by the defensive player in order to stop the progress of the offensive team in transition. This applies until the offensive player begins his act of shooting. So let's see. This is a possible unsportsmanlike foul. It would be 2 free throws in the basketball. And not much of an attempt by Ingles there to do much of anything defensively.
Yeah, physicality by Levine, and I think that might be the single most important thing for the United States, or for USA basketball, as they go over to Tokyo, is just their pressure they're able to put on opponents' offenses to a man, to a man. Every player that gets in the game, are they able to defend one-on-one physically and impact the game? And if they're able to do so, I think they put themselves in great position to get to a gold medal. And they're going to call this an intentional foul. He's going to get 2 shots. And
2 shots in the ball on the unsportsmanlike foul, and Levine will do the honors. And Kara, to your point, I mean, you've won a gold medal with Team USA. You know the international game is a very physical game.
It is very physical. When I played, I found it to be more physical than playing in the WNBA. And I think if you talk to these players, they'd probably say it's more physical than the NBA in terms of what's allowed, like what's called, okay? And it's something that you have to make the adjustment. You have to make the adjustment on both ends of the floor. Like offensively, you got to understand you're going to get impacted physically, and you got to be able to handle that. But defensively now, you can use that to your advantage, and you can be a little bit more physical than maybe you're able to do during your NBA season. But it is a very physical game.
Tatum wants it back to the basket, zips the pass out nicely. The ball humming around the perimeter again. Levine, tough step back. Mills got his hand in there and altered the shot.
We talk about defense, and Greg Popovich has to be salivating at the addition of Drew Holiday whenever the finals are over, right? I mean, because there's one of the premier perimeter defenders in the world that's going to be added to the roster to be able to help buoy their defense.
He, alongside Chris Middleton and Devin Booker, will be joining USA at the conclusion of the NBA Finals, currently led by Phoenix 2-1 against Milwaukee. But that is a great point you bring up, Kara. Drew Holiday, one of the best defenders in the NBA. Jason Tatum's going to get called for an offensive foul. Kind of gave Jock Landale a forearm shiver there. Landale. Here's Garland guarding Mills. Mills gets around him and lays it in. Patty Mills, always moving. Adebayo inside. Bam. Yeah, he traveled. Australia will get it back.
He impacts the game with his pace and his nonstop movement. And, Patty Mills will just run faster, harder, longer than you and find a way to get to the rim.
And big news for Patty Mills, recently named one of 2 flag bearers for Australia alongside swimmer Kate Campbell. The first Indigenous flag bearer for Australia is Patty Mills, so congratulations to Patty. Foul called on Keldon Johnson. Thibault takes the seat. And inside to Landale. Ingles, quick catch and shoot. Tatum gets the pick. Has Landale, sidesteps his way to a 3. His patented move doesn't go this time. Landale wants it. He gets it. NBL Finals MVP this year. Garland. Nice move. Can't finish, though. Great move on Mills by Darius Garland. Kick by Tatum.
Who is a power on the women's side as well, one of the best teams in the world.
We should mention we are playing on the home floor of the Las Vegas Aces. They're off to a great start in the 2021 WNBA season. Josh Green is checked in of the Dallas Mavericks. Went last off him. Good look inside Adebayo.
Not only was it a good look, it was a really good catch.
Yes.
It was in between 2 or 3 Aussie defenders and still snared that ball and was able to get it out to the corner.
Yeah, you're right, Kara. Bam has really good hands. Good offensive game out to 15 feet. Brings a lot defensively. Good addition for USA basketball this year. Off the curl, Levine. Good ball movement again. Keldon Johnson gets to his spot and floats it home.
A little bit of friendly San Antonio Spur fire right there. Patty Mills, that probably happens in the practice facility down there in San Antonio, but excellent drive, physical drive by Keldon Johnson to finish with that height advantage.
Spur on spur crime. Sobey feeding Mills. Gets it right back. A goaltend on Tatum. Off the curl, Levine. Good ball movement again. Keldon Johnson gets to his spot and floats it home.
A little bit of friendly.
Nice finish there by Keldon Johnson, who's already up to 7 points. And he's part of the select team, not part of the 12 that'll be on the Olympic roster. Tatum. Off target again. Australia looking to run. On Green guarding Mills. Nice crossover. Scoop to the hoop. In and out. Reese with the tap follow. Here's Beal. Nice screen set by Draymond Green. Kay reaching in the whole time. They're going to get him for the personal foul.
How about that move from Patty Mills on the other end? I mean, quick on quick. No matter who the U.S. has switched on to him, he's still been able to find a way to the basket.
Hey, Kara, Patty Mills is a guy, 32 years old. He seems to get better with age.
He holds himself to a high standard and is in incredible shape and then plays at this tempo that very few can match throughout the entire 4 quarters. Some players can play at that tempo for a stretch, but Patty Mills plays at it the entire time he's out there. That's why he's hard to guard.
Thibault was wide open inside. Would have been a tough pass to make, though. but he would have had a dunk. Nathan Sobey. Might have dragged the pivot foot. Blocked by Lillard. Attacking off the catch. It's Bradley Beal flushing it down. It's been more of a defensive struggle here in the second quarter, Kara. 27 points in the first quarter for USA, just 6 thus far here this period.
Well, it seems like both teams have settled in defensively as well.
Both teams with just 6 points this quarter. Joe Ingles hit 3 first quarter threes, defended well by Draymond. Durant gets the screen. Tatum on the baseline drive and deflected out by Thibault.
Great advance pass there by Lillard, and then excellent cut by Bradley Beal. Ran through the pass right as it was coming to him, got the first step on Green, and was able to finish at the rim.
Beal finished second in the league in scoring, a little more than 31 per game for Washington. Lillard was on fire in the first quarter. Exum. Step back from Ingles. Too strong. USA stringing together some stops. Tatum. Blowing past Ingles and laying it in. Nicely done by Jason Tatum. Five-point lead for USA. Beal, active hands on the help side. Beal to the rim again, and he'll go to the line.
KD doing an excellent job being a facilitator. I mean, he's getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Knows that he draws a lot of attention scoring the ball. And you take a look at the last couple possessions, and you see a lot of attention off of that. Passes it to Tatum. Tatum with the layup. Maybe that'll get him going. He's been off target offensively here in the first half. And then Bradley Beal, off the nice pass from KD in transition cross court, is able to take the angle on the closeout and get to the rim. But, you know, Jay Wright mentioned it in our interview at the end of the first quarter, how impressed he was with how Durant was passing the ball. Yeah. And so, obviously, KD's a good passer. I mean, he's a complete player. He's one of the best players in the world, but he's really getting it out of his hands quickly, and that's setting up his guys to be able to get quality looks at the basket.
Beal makes both free throws. He'll put USA up 7 as Jeremy Grant checks in for Jason Tatum. Seven-point lead here for USA at Michelob Ultra Arena. Cut down to 4 by Matisse Thybulle. And Kara, if he can continue to hit the 3, watch out NBA. Because he is great on the defensive end. He is. He's
a very good player on the defensive end of the floor. And, you know, to be able to play at the highest level in the playoffs, what do we see? I mean, you have to be a two-way player. You have to be somebody that they respect on both ends of the floor. And as he continues to grow his offensive game, then he'll be able to turn into that.
So Beal at the line for 2 free throws again. And, Kara, you had a chance when you were the TV analyst for the Washington Wizards to really get an up-close and personal look at Bradley Beal. What do you like about his game?
I love his consistency. I mean, every game, this guy comes ready to play. He comes ready to attack. And I love the way he moves without the basketball. I love the way that he shoulders the responsibility of being a high scorer for his team almost every night. And so I enjoyed sitting courtside watching him 82 games because of the professionalism he brings every night.
And there was one stretch early in this season where he was putting up 40, 50 every night, finished averaging a little more than 31 per game. Mills can't create separation. Great on-ball defense by Jeremy Grant.
Patty Mills has had his way with a couple of the United States bigs on that switch, and Jeremy Grant does a good job of staying down, not going for the shot fake, and that length allowed him to challenge and force Patty Mills into the turnover.
USA forcing the 6th Boomer turnover of the first half. USA with a 6-point lead. Group play begins in a little under 2 weeks for USA, going up against Iran, France, and Czech Republic.
Oh, France is a terrific team. Czech Republic beating Canada in Canada to take that berth. Thomas Satoransky was terrific there, hitting an improbable shot to help them get to Tokyo. And you know, at halftime we'll talk with USA Basketball's Jim Tooley and get some more insight on the road to Tokyo for this team, for this men's basketball national team, and see how he feels about where they are and where they need to get to.
USA looking for a 4th straight gold medal in the Olympics after finishing 7th at the 2019 FIBA World Cup. Durant has the advantage over Thibault and knocks it down.
You can just replace Thibault's name at the end of that sentence for almost every player in the world. Durant has the advantage over everybody.
Oh, what a performance he put on in the playoffs with the Brooklyn Nets. Great look inside. Landale finishing off the feed for Mills. Beal to Lillard. Short this time. Swims through the defense, and Thibault with a great recovery. 7 to shoot for Grant. They go to KD again. Green to beat the buzzer. Coming up on the final minute of the first half. Australia looking to make some inroads here. Tough pass to make. Grant and Green all over it. Draymond pushing. Beats Lillard, rises up and finishes around Landale with the left.
The transition game off of the USA getting stops has allowed them to pass ahead and to push the pace a little bit.
And then Landale throws it away.
An opportunity here to really stretch this lead out. See if they can get it to double digits before the half.
Chance for another 2-for-1 here for USA Basketball. Kick by Thibault. Who you want to go to here,
I mean, any of these guys, but I would say you'd lean toward Beal, Durant, and Lillard here. Lillard obviously has had the hot hand. Durant can score at any time, and Beal is one of the best scorers in the NBA as well. So I would think those 3 guys with Grant or Draymond helping with the action with screening or DHOs.
Lillard a 3. Knocks it down. Another 3 for Damian Lillard. Foul called on Green. Shot clock off here for the Boomers. Mills guarded by Draymond. Looking to get free. And it's a tough shot. Another shot to beat the buzzer. They always talk about the first 5 minutes of the second half being some of the most important minutes of the game. What are you going to be looking for out of Team USA here to start the third quarter?
Continuation of being solid defensively, and that's what we've heard them talk about. More pressure, more physical defensively. I thought the insertion of Draymond Green and Jeremy Grant into the starting lineup by Greg Popovich tonight did bring some more of that physicality on that end.
Seeing more of it here on this possession. Nice behind-the-back bounce pass. Ingles setting up Dellavedova. Got a good look, didn't hit it. Beal lost it. Hustles to keep the possession alive. Lillard a deep through. Now 4 of 7 from downtown. Thibault setting up Landale. Has a size advantage. Goes to the left hand, going baseline.
Now, Landale does a good job of just taking his time and being patient. Knew he had the size advantage. There's Patty Mills almost stealing a possession.
Almost got a bucket. USA with a 5-on-4 advantage, but Dellavedova with a big-time deflection there. So USA basketball on the baseline, leading by 7. Durant to throw it in. Grant trying to get free, and another deflection by Dellavedova. Here, this is what he does best. He is a pest on the defensive end.
He's a pest, and he continues to work. Obviously, has great experience playing against all these players in the NBA. And
Durant from the corner catches it in. Lead back to 10 for USA. Mills going to work. Runs into trouble. Ingles, nice hezzy. Floater way short. That's a shot clock violation. Didn't draw iron.
The assists continue to pile up for USA basketball. KD open in the corner. I mean, that's a given. That's going to be a bucket.
Nice extra pass there from Jeremy Grant. Little behind Draymond. Thibault to steal, Durant to beat, and he flies to the rim and throws it down. Thibault coming off his second season in the NBA with the Philadelphia 76ers. Second team all defense despite averaging just 20 minutes per game this year. And there's some more good defense from Australia as Patty Mills draws an elbow from Beal.
Well, we talked about the USA and their improved physicality on the defensive end. How about Australia to start this third quarter? I mean, Patty Mills got a steal and almost was able to convert it.
Yep. That time draws the offensive foul. The team that has never medaled in the Olympics or the World Cup. Great look going backdoor Ingles off the feed from Landale, but this is a side that really believes it can medal this year. Durant. It's Grant. Australia thought he stepped on the baseline. Grant gets it back, and that's going to be an offensive foul, bowling over Patty Mills. So the Australians with some momentum now.
Yeah, I mean, they have been physical, and they've attacked the U.S. with the basketball and been very, very physical. And you know, that's what you have to do to turn the tide of a game. You have to be able to do it on the defensive end of the floor, and they've done that here in the first 3 minutes of the second half.
A little karma there for Australia. It definitely looked like Grant stepped out of bounds. Going backdoor Mills. No, Landale on the tip jam follow. Doc Landale, a guy you could very well see soon in the NBA as Durant has a big answer. Seven-point lead for USA. They go to Landale inside. 5 to shoot for number 5. Mills has to put it up just in time. Great defense from USA. Lillard. Beal a 3. Thibault. He'll step back and knocks one down. Back down to 4. Hit 3 threes in the win over Argentina on Saturday. Lillard knocks it down. A shootout here at Michelob Ultra Arena right now. Good flow. Ingles foul going up. Kara.
You just need to get the basketball to
Yep.
the other team's on a run, and they'll stop it for you almost single-handedly. Yeah, I thought it was interesting. You know, we talked to Dame before halftime, and you know, he said, look, I haven't played international basketball before, so just every day I'm getting more and more comfortable. Every day I'm getting a better understanding of where I can impact the game, and that's the thing I think that, you know, we forget and we don't forget in cheering for the U.S. men's national team is a lot of first-time Olympians on this roster, a lot of guys that have not played under that glare. They played under the glare of the NBA playoffs and the NBA lights, and that is glare. That's significant. But to play it with the USA on your chest and a gold medal at stake, that's a little different. And so every day and every game, they're going to get better and better as they understand there's different nuances to this style, to the FIBA style.
And meanwhile, as Beal just rattles out a three, a lot of these other national teams have played together for years. And so that certainly gives these other teams a leg up. As they try to go to K inside, a lot of physical defense down low. Lillard tips it away, nicely done. Lillard, the shot fake, the three, it's good for Damian Lillard.
He's locked in tonight. Fun to watch.
Game time arriving early and often here for USA. Thibault slipping the screen and throwing it down. Good offensive execution both ways right now. Beal foul. And back to your point, though, about Lillard, this being his first international competition. We'll get to it on the other side, Kara, as we have a timeout. A little more than midway through the third. Damian Lillard is sizzling hot. Escape dribble triple is true for Lillard. USA up 6.
U.S. up 6 points midway through the third quarter, and the theme tonight for them on the offensive end has been the ball movement. Very, very unselfish group, and finding each other, cutting at the appropriate time, of course finishing the shots, but looking to attack, drawing defense, and then finding the open guy. And so they had 12 assists on 17 field goals in the first half, and there's been more of the same in the second half as well. Just attacking and utilizing all the spacing that their shooting prowess provides them. Damian Lillard's been the ringleader, but I think the ball movement led by Kevin Durant and his unselfish play and getting off the basketball quickly has been a big reason why they have the lead.
See, it's led to USA shooting nearly 50% from the floor. 16 assists now for USA on 21 made shots, so they've assisted on all 4 of their made buckets here in the third as they turn it over. A little too far ahead. The pass there from Tatum to Durant. But, Kara, anytime you can assist on more than 3/4 of your made field goals, you are doing a lot of things right offensively. Mills with it. He's got Durant on him. AD, very good defender. We talk about his offense a lot, but get it done on the defensive end as well. Dante Exum hassled by Adebayo. Chris Goulding a 3, and the deficit cut in half for the Boomers. Known as CG43 in the NBL, where he is a former NBL Finals MVP for Melbourne United.
We'll knock him down. We'll knock him down.
Chance to tie here. Or cut to 1. Nice shot fake. Nick K kisses it in off the window, and the lead down to 1. Intensity picking up. Trying to go backdoor. Somehow it gets to Beal. A little fortunate there for USA. Lillard. Pocket pass, good ball movement. Tatum just beats the buzzer with a lay-in.
Very good patience. The shot clock was going down, and excellent job by Bam Adebayo to find Jason Tatum on the cut.
A well-timed cut by Jason Tatum. 3 minutes to go in the third. It's a 3-point game. Mills to tie it up. Can't do it. Gets around Mills, fires a 3. Now 6 for 10 from downtown for Lillard. Goulding a 3, just hit one. Tap back, Exum setting up Reith, and we're tied. 2-off Reith, former LSU Tiger, has us all square at 60. Here's Tatum now, 10 to shoot. 10-2 run for Australia. Bam Adebayo, can't make it. And we have a jump ball in FIBA. It's possession arrow. You don't jump it up. It's like NCAA, so possession arrow in favor of USA. Adebayo couldn't make it, but Bradley Beal getting rough and rugged with Nicholas K there.
Yeah, sneaking in there and creating extra possession.
And Bradley Beal has shown a lot of really good effort over these couple of exhibition tune-up games. 2 to go in the third. Tatum trying to create his shot here, falling away, and has success.
Now let's see if Tatum can get going here in the second half. Didn't have a great first half in terms of shooting the basketball. Was off a little bit with the shots, but let's see if he can get going.
Dante Exum slithers by the defense. First bucket for Exum, former top 5 pick for the Utah Jazz back in 2014.
Similar to Kevin Durant in this way, there are very few people that can defend that shot. That fadeaway with that size and that length, and Tatum has a terrific touch with his jump shot.
Lillard taking on Goulding, setting up Levine. That'll be a foul on Bam. Going the other way. Just the second team foul on USA, and we're in the final 2 minutes of the third. Rule difference between FIBA and the NBA, there is no second foul in the last 2 minutes of a quarter and you're shooting free throws. So next foul does not put Australia at the line unless it's a shooting foul. Kara, we're coming down to the final minute of the third quarter. Are you surprised that USA's in another tight game?
Not at all. Not one bit. I mean, Australia is one of the best teams in the world, and I think you'd be hard-pressed to find a team that has better chemistry than the Aussies do. They've played a long time together. The nucleus of this team has been through a lot of battles, and you know, they're motivated. They're motivated to win. And you know, we talked about this. The USA is in the first week of training. You know, they had 4 days of practice before the Nigeria game, and obviously it's a roster that's incomplete with 3 players, and Booker and Holiday and Middleton still playing in the NBA Finals. Now, I'm not using that as an excuse. That's just the state of where they are right now. And there's a lot of growth that needs to be made. And certainly the stretch to close the third quarter defensively for USA has been quite porous, and they'll need to rectify that in the fourth.
Ingles hits both free throws, going on his 4th Olympics. He and Patty Mills alike. Only one boomer has played in 5 Olympics, Andrew Gaze, the great Andrew Gaze. 64-62, Australia leading the USA now. Bam inside, taking contact, almost flipped that in, but it'll go to the line for a pair. I'll go on Reith.
You know, we should mention this impressive third quarter by Australia. They've done so without the services of Aaron Baines for the better part of the game. And knocked knees with Bradley Beal in the first half and has not returned to the game. Is sitting on the bench with looks like ice on his knee, but he's a critical part. And talk about that nucleus of the group of guys that have played together for such a long time, and Ingles and Mills and Dellavedova and Baines, and you know, he's certainly, hopefully he'll be okay. Because that physicality that he brings, his ability to knock down the three-point shot, which has emerged later in his career, has become a critical part, and certainly setting screens, monster screens for those shooters to get open.
I shot 35% from 3, to your point, Kara, with the Phoenix Suns in the 1920 season. He's going to play in his 3rd Olympics this year. Tied at 64. Goulding on a step back contested. Nicely done by Chris Goulding. Australia will have the last shot of the third quarter, leading by 2. Lillard throws it away. Shot clock off for the Boomers. They were the last team to defeat USA in exhibition competition before the Nigerians did it on Saturday. Ingles to Goulding to beat the buzzer, and he does! Chris! That was Adam Caporn, recently named the head coach of the Long Island Nets of the G League, Brooklyn's G League affiliate, assistant to the Australian national team. His Boomers up 5, and with possession to start the 4th. Goulding. Knocked out a play. Off Levine. He does not like the ball. Just 4 on the timer here for the Boomers. Ingles has to hoist. Tough shot, defended well, and we're going to get a foul down low on Dellavedova. Almost had a wide open putback, but got caught. Kara, what's going to be key here for the United States in the 4th?
It just comes down to defensively, and the thing that's a good thing for the Aussies is that run was made with Patty Mills on the bench.
Yeah.
You know, when you think about it, and you know, we talked about how special he is of a scorer, and so defensively, a lull for the United States to close that third quarter. They were not good defensively. They're going to have to find a way to gain some traction, be more physical. You know, kind of the way Australia turned up the defensive pressure at the start of the third quarter. That's what we need to see from USA here in the 4th.
To your point, Kara, Australia is shooting 55% from the floor. That's way too high from a USA perspective. Bam with it. Passed off by Goulding to Dellavedova. Backs him down. 5 to shoot. Turns around and gets a very friendly roll through the hoop. Ingles finding the slipping Wraith, and he floats it home.
That's what Australia talked about, right? I mean, that's what Coach said, that the quarter is they could get the ball around a little bit more. They could utilize the slips to be able to attack the switching. I didn't think they attacked the switching great in that first half, but certainly in that third quarter they did.
Nice bucket there from Bradley Beal. He's in the double figures with 10. Wraith, who's been productive off the Boomer bench. Ingles, a step back, trying to draw contact. Maybe in the NBA he gets that call. Anon Fiba, Tatum for 3. Rebound tapped out by Bam Adebayo. Inside, Keldon Johnson. Big battle for the loose ball, and Australia has it. Ingles cutting, goes to Kay. Draws contact. Nick Kay will shoot 2. That'll go on Levine.
There's a constant tug of war in the possession, right? Like, who's in control of the possession? Are you proactive or are you reactive? And defensively for the United States, they've been reactive more in this second half. And had to find a way to control the game more on the defensive end.
So how do you go from reactive to proactive?
Bring the pressure, you know, impact the game on that end, bring the physicality. Now the offense has to react to you because you're bringing that pressure. And you have to do that to a man. I mean, it's every single guy that's out there, particularly the one that's guarding the basketball. It has the ability to change the tenor of the possession by how he plays on the ball.
Nick Kay hits both free throws, the lead back to 5. Kevin Durant will check back in. 7:41 to go. He replaces Bam Adebayo. Reef checks out. Thibault back in. Guy who certainly knows how to bring some defensive pressure for Australia. Beal on the drive. Tough reverse. Kay with it. Driving on Johnson all the way to the 10 for the 2. Levine settles into a 3. Can't get the quick response. And Beal forced the travel there on Dellavedova, stepping in front of him. Another intangible play made by Beal.
Yeah, Brad with a few nice plays here to help change the game. There's the USA attacking the switch. We talked about how Australia attacked the switch so well. There's Bradley Beal attacking the switch and making a tough finish on the defensive end of the floor. Spooking Dellavedova just a little bit. That's a turnover. Those types of possessions, they make the difference in a win or a loss.
Tonight's game between USA Basketball and Australia is brought to you by Nike. Play new. Bradley Beal's kids enjoying the action here at Michelob Ultra Arena inside Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas. And Beal with a nice fourth quarter thus far, just forced the turnover on Matthew Dellavedova to give USA an extra possession. He's got 12 points on an efficient 4 of 6. Tatum puts it on the deck. It's Levine, a contested triple, pops out and pops back down in. 2-point game. Inside Kay. What a wraparound pass to Xavier Cook, seeing his first action of the week thus far in Vegas with a big dunk there to put the Boomers back up by 4. Beal off the pick and roll. Deflected out. It will stay on this side of the floor.
Great answer there. And you see Kay's made some impactful plays.
He really has. Skilled big. Played with Real Betis. Durant blocked by Thibault. And Thibault can't get it back because Bradley Beal makes another big play and draws the foul. Bradley Beal getting it done. We've seen some great defense here recently.
In the isolation situation, not very many defenders that win that against KD. And then excellent hustle by Bradley Beal, and then draws the foul. And that was a short period of time where Greg Popovich had a lineup in that didn't have Green or Adebayo in the game. I mean, Kevin Durant was the tallest player on the floor. Well, he's the tallest player on the floor, even if he's with Adebayo and Green. Yeah. But in terms of an interior presence, and now comes back with Draymond.
And he sets up Durant for 3. USA within 1. Durant's hit 3 straight from downtown as Green sends Exum to the deck.
Quick find from Draymond and Kevin Durant, and just a screen there. Damian Lillard pins in Thibault.
Teammates for 3 years, Golden State leading the Warriors to 2 NBA championships. Reconnecting here with the Olympic team. Mills, 2 hands in his face. It doesn't matter.
Are you kidding me?
That is a tough shot.
So they run that play all the time. And everybody knows it's for Patty Mills. The entire team knows it's for Patty Mills, and Patty Mills still gets a shot and makes it.
Beal to the hoop, he gets fouled.
I mean, and out of bounds for the Aussies, and Patty Mills takes it out. You have to be aware that the play's for him. Really, the play's for him almost every time. And Draymond switches onto it, and it gets a pretty good challenge. But this is what he does. He makes tough shots in the important time of the game in the fourth quarter for Australia.
That was his first bucket of the second half. He's got 15 now. Durant with a hand in his face, and he answers back. Drills it over Nick Kay. 4 straight threes now for Durant. It'll be a reach in on Green.
Kevin Durant, another really tough shot, is able to make it. And you would anticipate, if you just look at the marquee coming into the game, you'd say, okay, who in the fourth quarter is going to come alive for their team? Mills for Australia and Durant for the USA.
Stars are shining bright in the fourth. Midway through the final frame, Mills scooping it high off the glass, no, and Draymond Green got fouled. Yeah, undercut by Kay. Exum doesn't agree, but there was a big collision inside, and luckily everyone's okay. Actually ran into Beal there.
I think Australia was saying that Durant had hit Kay, and then Kay hit Green. I think that's what they were frustrated about.
Thankfully, everyone's all right from a collision like that. Last thing you want, we already saw Aaron Baines go out with a knee issue, and we hope he's able to play in Tokyo. Hopefully just precautionary that he's sitting out. Don't want to see either Kay or Draymond go out for the Olympic Games as Draymond hits the first free throw and USA is tied it up. This for the lead. Now, USA trailed heading into the fourth against Nigeria and never led in the fourth quarter. They can't take the lead yet. Exum guarded by Green. The spin. Green read him the whole way. Tatum for the lead. There it is. Jason Tatum has USA in front. Mills, the ball in his hands as expected. Durant guarding him. Late clock for the Boomers. Here comes Patty, and he's fouled.
Immediate change in USA's defense when Draymond Green was inserted into the game. And if you're going to drive on the rim against him, the shot will be challenged physically. And that leads to the fast break. Tatum with a nice finish. Draymond, right from when he came in the game, has an assist to KD for a three. And all of a sudden, there's a little bit of momentum for the USA.
Draymond Green recently named to a 6th NBA All-Defensive team. Of course, the Defensive Player of the Year a few years back. Patty Mills has a chance to tie things back up. And he does. Nick Kay will come back in. He's been huge for the Australian effort tonight. Also had a double-double in the win over Argentina on Saturday. Final 4 minutes coming up. Beal gets the pick. Now Thibault on him. Durant with 5. Fires over Kay. Mills drew the foul on KD last time. This time he finishes nicely, putting his body into him a little bit to get the separation for the two. Back door off Durant's knee. That'll be Australia basketball.
Patty Mills ISOing Kevin Durant a couple times here, and you're right, just nudges his shoulder into him to just cut off that length to be able to finish. what a player. What a player. I mean, the lights come on at the end of the fourth quarter for Australia, and they know that they've got an absolute killer in Patty Mills to finish games for them.
A very worthy flag bearer for Australia. Inside, wide open is Thibault. That can't happen right now for USA. Way too easy. And a timeout called by Greg Popovich. USA trailing by 4. Thibault wide open, going back door. And Australia with the lead on USA. 3:14 to go in the fourth. Patty Mills up to 19 points to lead Australia to a 4-point lead. Kara, what have you seen from him here in the fourth?
Just more aggression. He didn't score in that third quarter, and he got his rest at the end of that third quarter when Australia went on a run, and then it's just been all gas and no brakes for this guy in the fourth quarter. Unbelievable scorer, and he can do it against any size player. It's his speed and his quickness, his pace. We talked about the top. I mean, his pace is what sets the tone for their offense. Even when he's not scoring, how he runs, the pace he runs off the screens opens up things for his teammates.
A big USA chant breaking out here at Michelob Ultra Arena, trying to rally their team to a victory against Australia. Work to be done. Durant is fouled by Mills. The USA is in the bonus. Durant will go to the line. Normally automatic at the stripe, Durant. Rear 88% foul shooter.
Kevin Durant, 2 shots.
But misses that one. USA missed some clutch free throws late against Nigeria too. Zach LaVine down 3, missed the first free throw unintentionally, then the second one intentionally. Part of that 90-87 loss as Durant hits the second. Okay. Looking for Ingles. Hot in the first quarter was Joe. Mills on the cut, lays it up and lays it in past Tatum. Patty Mills now with 21 points. Lillard to Durant. In and out. Australia looking for a 3-possession lead in the final 2 minutes. Big defensive possession for USA here. Mills around and out. 5 to shoot. Can't get free. Delly looking for K. Ingles just flips it up. Almost went in. Lillard, contested 3. Mills the rebound. Final 100 seconds here. Late clock for Delly. Tatum picks his pocket. 3 seconds left for Mills. Thibault. And we play on. Great defense. Beal. Backdoor for Durant. Couldn't wrangle it in. It stayed in play. Tatum airballs the 3. And the late game execution offensively not there for USA right now. South of 60. USA on the brink of being beaten twice in a row in Vegas. Mills, the crossover, blocked by Draymond Green.
2 seconds left on the shot clock, and this is pivotal because it's a 2-possession game right now. They got to get the stop and then look to get the push, see if they can get the 2 for 1 and not have to rely on the fouling here at the end.
They need the stop first. Just 2 to shoot. Keep it away from Mills for the time being. And Draymond gets the steal, and he's fouled. Foul, so no free throws, even though USA is in the bonus. Lillard hits the switch, knifes through the defense. Durant, the extra pass. And Dellavedova off the deflection. 3-on-1 for Australia, and Durant disrupts Thibault. But USA has to foul. And Australia on the brink of another big win.
So the ball skips around, but at some point, someone's got to take the shot. They're up against the clock. Maybe Durant could have taken that one, and a nice deflection, and Australia reads that play, and Draymond hit himself on the head coming down here with the dead ball because of the turnover that he makes at a critical time.
That was the 4th team foul, so they got to foul one more time. And unfortunately, that's not a guy you want to send to the line. No choice, though, for Draymond. Mills, a 91% free throw shooter with the Spurs this past season. U.S. still has 2 timeouts. See if Patty Mills can give him a break here. He misses the first. It'll stay a 2-possession game. Second one from Mills. That is good. USA down 6. Looking for Lillard. Durant a 3. Too strong. And Dellavedova with a great punch out to Ingles for the exclamation point. Australia up by 8 with 3 seconds left. And it's 2 straight losses for Team USA in Los